great to see you again, Mads. You're looking forward to the new season?
Yeah, happy to see you as well. I'm excited to start this international season, so I'm looking very much forward to getting started.
Fantastic, and obviously competing a lot of the marathon events, and obviously we've got the 5K. Can you just talk us a little bit about that event and how you operate in those in that race?
Yeah, so I'm doing both the 1,000 meter and also the 5,000 meter here. And when you're talking about the 5,000 meter, it's a bit different than the other events in sprint, because here you're not really on your own lane. Everyone's starting at the same time. So and also the race is a bit longer, of course, but there's some more tactics into it, because you have to position yourself correctly in the field. You can actually compare it a lot to road cycling, where they go behind each other to draft and save some energy. And in marathon and in 5 kilometer racing, you can do the same thing, because when there's paddler going, then they make like a wave and you can sit on the wave. So that's why we see some big diamond fields, and there's a bit of attacking, because people want to get the good positions. So it's actually a lot like cycling, but between each lap you also have to position yourself to come into the portage, where you actually have to step out of the kayak and run like 100 meters with the boat and jump in again. So for me, this is one of the most important moments in the race, because this is where you can make a big difference and get ahead of your competitors. And opening up a gap would be great, because then no one can rush ride you and save energy, and you do the work for them. So there's some tactics regarding that.
Perfect. And there's a lot of thinking that goes on while you're on the water, considering there's the tactics, like you say, there's a lot of thinking during the race.
Yeah, of course there is some thinking, like you need to be aware what happens around you, but at the same time you also need to focus on what you're doing yourself and just push really hard. But of course it's important to watch your surroundings, because it plays a big impact if someone gets in the way, or if someone is going hard on the side and you're not ready to get with them. So of course you focus on yourself, but you also need to see what happens around you.
Fantastic. And just reflecting on last season, it was a successful one for you in World Championships.
Yeah, definitely. For me, actually, I spent the beginning of last season in Australia training, because I wanted to see if I could qualify for the 1,000 meter. And for me, that's a bit different, because before I've been focusing a lot on the marathon, but it didn't turn out like I wanted for the 1,000 meter. But then I swapped back and focused on the marathon, and it ended up pretty well, because I won short track and standard marathon distance, and also the 5 kilometers. So there was 3 World Championship titles in 1 year. So for me that was pretty incredible.
Yeah, fantastic. And just looking ahead to this year, I think it's going to be, like I said at the start, another busy year. How are you looking at that with the events that you've got coming up?
Yeah, there's a lot of great events. For example, we have the World Games this year, so I'm looking very much forward to that. And then the Marathon World Championship is in Canoe, which is also one really great place to be racing, where the sport is really big. And then also I hope to be able to qualify for the 5 kilometer in Milan to try to defend the 5 kilometer title.
Yeah, and how much are you looking forward to the World Games, and is that quite a big focus this year? Obviously you competed in Birmingham a few years ago.
Yeah, it's already been some years since Birmingham, but yeah, I'm still trying to focus a bit on the 1,000 meter, and also for me I could see last year even focusing on the shorter track, even on the long distance, it still helped me a lot. So I'm trying to improve myself in the 1,000 meter at the same time, but the World Games is a big focus. It's one of the big events of the season.
Yeah, and so you obviously mentioned about the 1,000 meter. What work have you been doing are you pleased with how you've been going in that event?
Yeah, like of course I hope to be better, and now I get the chance to race the 1,000 meter here as well. So it will be good to measure myself against the other guys. They are really strong, but I will do my best. I've been trying to focus some more on the gym and getting some more muscle, but it's not so easy for me. But I'll do what I have.
Yeah. Have you managed to put on a bit of muscle since?
Yeah, I put on some muscle during the winter, but then I started to do a lot of paddling again, and then it all went away. So I don't know. It's maybe I have to do it some other way, but yeah, it's good to test some new things and try to improve myself together with my coach and my teammates. So we're trying our best.
And what's been happening in the off season? Anything? Any big changes for you?
Yeah, so I've been living in Copenhagen at close to Bagsvær for 8 years, but during this winter season I moved back to my hometown, which is Silkeborg, to live with my girlfriend, and also my family is in town. So it's great to be back, and also it's a great place for paddling. Like it's beautiful lakes, and I'm happy to be training there. But of course I also miss my teammates from before.
And is it helpful to be at home? Do you feel more settled, and it's nice to be around familiar surroundings again?
Yeah, it's a big change of scenery. So it's also there was some time to get adjusted for that. But I'm really happy to be home. So yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, just looking ahead to LA, obviously it's 3 years away. Is the K1 1000 something you're really pushing for LA after missing out for Paris?
Yeah, that's the plan. I was hoping a bit for the 5K to be a part of the program, but unfortunately it will not be the case. But still, I think the 1,000 meter is realistic. So I'll just keep training for that, but still doing the other things I like, because I love to do marathon as well, and I think these races, it can actually be combined. Also, there is other athletes doing the same, so I think it's great to be involved with some different kind of racing.